Hello, my name is Diana Mendrila. In the following presentation, I will provide a brief introduction to some fundamental concepts in data analytics. In this presentation, I will explain the concept of data and the data analysis process. I will also describe the field of data analytics, explain the distinction between data analysis and data analytics, and describe the roles of data analysts. I will discuss the goals of the data analytic process and the 6 different steps that we need to take when working on a data analytics project. What is the common thread among companies spanning e-commerce, entertainment, healthcare, manufacturing, marketing, finance, technology, and countless other industries or organizations? Well, you've got it. They all harness the power of data. Organizations across the board require the expertise of data analysts to enhance their operations, spot opportunities and trends, introduce new products, deliver exceptional customer service, and make informed decisions. While we frequently employ the term data, let's delve into its precise definition. Put simply, we can characterize data as a compilation of facts. This compilation encompasses figures, images, videos, text, measurements, observations, and more. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, data are a collection of facts that we can employ as a foundation for discussions, calculations, logical reasoning, and other applications. The Cambridge Dictionary provides a more explicit and more current definition of data and specifies that it most often consists of numbers, although this does not always have to be the case, and it is used to help decision making. It also specifies that data are usually stored and processed electronically. Of course, this does not have to be the case. We can always revert to storing data on paper and analyzing it by hand, but electronic storing and processing is the reality of our times. Please notice that the word data is the plural form of the noun datum, which refers to a single fact, one piece of information. Data represents a collection of facts, therefore includes multiple pieces of information. In everyday language, it is very common to use phrases such as data is, but data analysts, statisticians typically refer to data using the plural form. For instance, we say data were collected rather than data was collected. Data analysis encompasses the scrutiny, arrangement, reconfiguration, and transformation of data to draw conclusions, formulate predictions, and facilitate well-informed decision-making. It's essential to recognize that data analysis is a dynamic process. Data evolves over time, implying that data analysis, often referred to as data analytics, can continually unveil new insights throughout the data's life cycle. In today's era, an enormous volume of data are generated incessantly, and we regularly interact with it. Whether it's product reviews influencing our purchase decisions, monitoring daily step counts, estimating burnt calories during workouts, using smartphones for navigation, or accessing online content like podcasts, audiobooks, and credit scores. Each of these actions involves both utilizing existing data and generating fresh data. Even as you engage in an online course, accessing presentations, watching videos, and taking quizzes, you contribute to a pool of data that can be harnessed for educational research. For example, it can reveal preferences for learning from video tutorials versus written materials, and the average time spent on various topics. Given this deluge of data, there is a pressing demand for individuals who can decipher it and employ it to guide decision making. So, what precisely is the role of a data analyst? In simple terms, a data analyst is someone who gathers, refines, and structures data to facilitate informed decision making. Beyond the role itself, one of the most exhilarating aspects of being a data analyst is the multitude of opportunities it presents. The demand for data analysts surpasses the pool of qualified candidates available to fill these positions. Data analysts hail from diverse backgrounds and possess a wide array of life experiences. Extensive work experience or an expensive education is not necessarily a prerequisite to embark on this career path. Data analytics encompasses a diverse range of analytical methods, blending mathematical, statistical, and computer science techniques to extract valuable insights from datasets. Within the realm of data analytics, a wide spectrum of activities can be found, ranging from devising strategies for data collection and establishing essential data storage infrastructures to the actual examination of data through various analysis procedures. While data analytics and data analysis are interconnected, they don't share identical meanings. To provide clarity, data analysis falls under the broader umbrella of data analytics and primarily focuses on deriving meaning from data. Data analytics, as a comprehensive field, encompasses procedures that go beyond analysis, including data science, using data for theorization and forecasting, and data engineering, building data systems. Organizations use the services of data analysts to scrutinize their daily data collection efforts, interpret the gathered information, and draw conclusions or make predictions. This process essentially revolves around converting data into actionable insights, demonstrating how analysts significantly contribute to an organization by effectively leveraging their data assets. To summarize, a more comprehensive definition of data analysis entails the gathering, transformation, and organization of data with the goal of deriving conclusions, making predictions, and facilitating well informed decision making. Once analysts have extracted insights from the data, a series of consequential activities ensue. These insights are shared with various stakeholders, decisions are made, and organizations take concrete actions. This is where the true excitement begins. Data analytics has the potential to inspire organizations to reimagine their operations or even propel them toward entirely new directions. For instance, it can guide them in the creation of innovating products, unique services, educational programs, or entirely novel approaches to delivering their services. These insights act as catalysts for organizations to enhance their performance, underscoring the indispensable role of data analysts across all fields. With a deeper understanding of the myriad ways data are employed on a daily basis, one can better appreciate the high demand for skilled data analysts. Data analytics is a complex process which involves more than just data analysis. In fact, there are 6 different phases or steps that analysts typically have to take. These steps are ask, prepare, process, analyze, share, and act. Here is an example of a data analytics process in a real setting. This project focused on improving the workplace by addressing high turnover among new teachers in a school district. In this case, the first step that data analysts took was to ask some key questions. What are the essential elements that new teachers should acquire to thrive in their initial year on the job? Has the school previously collected data from new teachers, and if so, could we obtain access to the historical data? Do you think that leaders with superior teacher retention rates provide additional or distinctive support to their new employees? What do you hypothesize might be the primary source of discontent among new teachers? What is the desired percentage increase in teacher retention for the upcoming fiscal year? Addressing these questions may help identify key success factors by utilizing historical data, collecting new information, learning from high retention leaders, identifying potential sources of dissatisfaction among new teachers, establishing retention objectives, and implementing actionable strategies. Just as they ensured the meticulous protection of the data, the analysts exercised caution when disseminating the report. Here is the manner in which they conveyed their discoveries. The report was shared exclusively with leaders who had met or exceeded the minimum requirement for receiving the report survey responses. The results were presented to these leaders to ensure they possessed a comprehensive understanding of the situation, and the analysts encouraged leaders to personally deliver the results to their respective teams. This procedure granted leaders the chance to communicate the findings within the appropriate context. Additionally, they were able to engage in productive team discussions regarding the subsequent actions aimed at enhancing employee engagement. The process began with thorough preparation. The team outlined a 3-month timeline and determined the means by which they would communicate their progress to stakeholders. During this phase, the analysts also pinpointed the data necessary to achieve the desired outcome established in the previous step. In this instance, the analysts opted to collect data through an online survey of new employees. These were the steps they took in their preparation. They crafted precise inquiries to assess teacher satisfaction regarding various organizational processes, including recruitment, onboarding, and overall compensation. They established guidelines governing data access. In this context, individuals outside the team would not be granted access to the raw data, but could review summarized or aggregated data. For instance, individual compensation details would remain confidential, while salary ranges for groups of individuals would be accessible. They determined the specific information to be collected and devised optimal visual representations for the data. The analysts also engaged in brainstorming sessions to anticipate potential project and data related challenges and strategize on how to mitigate them. Next, the analysts delved into their core expertise, the analysis. The team recognized the paramount importance of meticulously documenting their findings in the analysis, regardless of the outcomes. Any deviation from this practice would erode trust in the survey process and compromise their ability to gather candid data from teachers in the future. From the fully completed surveys, the data analysts unearthed a crucial revelation. A teacher's interaction with specific processes emerged as pivotal for job satisfaction. Here were their discoveries. Teachers who went through an extensive and complicated hiring procedure were more inclined to leave the organization. Conversely, teachers who experienced an efficient and transparent assessment and feedback process were more likely to stay with the school. Just as they ensured the meticulous protection of the data, the analysts exercised caution when disseminating the report. Here is the manner in which they conveyed their discoveries. The report was shared exclusively with leaders who had met or exceeded the minimum requirement for receiving the report survey responses. The results were presented to these leaders to ensure they possessed a comprehensive understanding of the situation, and the analysts encouraged leaders to personally deliver the results to their respective teams. This procedure granted leaders the chance to communicate the findings within the appropriate context. Additionally, they were able to engage in productive team discussions regarding the subsequent actions aimed at enhancing employee engagement. The final phase of the process for the team of analysts involved collaborating with school leaders to determine the most effective ways to implement changes and take action based on the findings. Here were their recommendations. 1. Standardize the hiring and evaluation process for teachers, following the most efficient and transparent practices. 2. Conduct the same annual survey and compare the results with those from the previous year. A later year, the team distributed the same survey to employees. Analysts anticipated that a comparison of the two sets of results would reveal the effectiveness of the action plan. It turned out that the implemented changes had improved the retention rate for new teachers and the actions taken by leaders had proven successful. What makes data analytics so captivating is that the problems encountered are always unique, demanding creative solutions, and their impact on others can be significant, sometimes even life changing or life saving. As a data analyst, you have the opportunity to contribute to these endeavors. You might even find yourself inspired to delve deeper into the field of people analytics. Who knows, in the near future, you could be instrumental in helping an organization or a company create an outstanding work environment for yourself and your colleagues. The data analysts aim to utilize data to enhance employee retention. To accomplish this, they needed to break down this substantial project into manageable components. The analysts structure these tasks and actions according to the 6 stages of the data analytic process: ask, prepare, process, analyze, share, and act. Initially, the analysts posed inquiries to precisely define the problem to be addressed and what would signify a successful outcome. Then, they engaged in preparation by establishing a timeline and collecting data through employee surveys. They then proceeded with data processing, meticulously cleansing it to ensure completeness, accuracy, relevance, and the absence of errors and anomalies. The next step involved analyzing the refined data from the employee surveys. Following this, the analysts communicating their discoveries and recommendations to team leaders. Finally, leadership took action based on the results and concentrated on enhancing critical areas. In this presentation, we define the concept of data and explain the data analysis process. We also describe the field of data analytics, explain the distinction between data analysis and data analytics, and describe the role of data analysts. We established and discussed the goals of the data analytic process and discussed the 6 different steps that must be taken while working on a data analytics project.